It's Kat from Cat Yarns. Coming at you with a new vlog, number 18 maybe. I finished the one sock that I've been working on, and it actually fits really well. So that's really nice. It's soft. It's really a beautiful sock. And now I cast it on yesterday and started working on the second sock. Already have quite a bit. That feels really nice. And I'm enjoying knitting, so I thought I'd sit and knit with you today and chat about what's on my mind. Which I'm not sure what the topic will be today, but here we are. It's kind of a dark day. Overcast. We're supposed to get a bunch of rain. It always feels like the weather reflects my mood. I feel a little bit overcast. I've been having a bit of a hard time. I just feel a little bit unsatisfied in my life, you know. I'm in a little bit of a tricky pattern with my son, who's 4 years old, and he's just becoming very strong-willed and wanting certain things all the time, and so learning how to draw those boundaries is important. Yesterday I indulged him by buying him this very expensive toy that was just full of plastic. It was just wrapper after wrapper and all these little pieces of plastic, all this stuff. And I was like, oh my gosh, Catherine, like that was a good wake-up call. That was a good lesson for us to be like, like, we need to reevaluate this. First of all, we don't have money to do that, and nor is that in our values as a family to buy brand new junk. You know, we enjoy going to the thrift store, and he loves going and picking out a toy, and I usually let him buy a toy every single time we go, which is insane, you know, but they're only like $6 or whatever, you know, but that's still a lot. It adds up. And just saying yes all the time isn't the best thing for a kid. So I tried to figure out, you know, how to like use the money in his piggy bank, you know, to count it out and see how much he actually has, which is like $8. And so, you know, gotta think about how to instill that lesson. But then it makes me think, do it now I have to pay him for chores or like, you know, get some kind of economy going here? Or do I just give him $1 every week or whatever, you know? Maybe that would be a good way to do it. But I don't know. It's just like, you know, growing up, we didn't have money, so we couldn't get things. It was like, you know, if there was some special event at school and we had to pay for something, or it was like a secret Santa gift or whatever, $5 gift, we could not afford that, and it was a very stressful thing, you know. And so now that I have at least a tiny bit more money than that, I like to be able to say yes and give him things that I didn't get to do, you know, and have. And but then it just gets sideways sometimes. That's part of what's on my mind. And just, yeah, just there's a lot going on in the world. As we know, it's pretty intense and scary what's happening, and so there's this background pressure of like, okay, we need to be taking action, we need to be educating ourselves, we need to be figuring out what's in our control, what can we prevent, what can we stock up on, you know, how should I be thinking about this imminent future of uncertainty. And it's a lot to manage. And so, you know, part of me likes to fall back on like, oh well, like you People should just not worry about the things that are happening in other parts of the world. We can't control those things, and so just you don't even have to learn about them, basically. you know just like, if it feels right, you can give positive thoughts, and that's good action. But it's like, I don't know, I don't really think that's right, because if we just continue to sit down and not do anything, that doesn't help us at all. We're being This is like a moment in history where we're being called to action. And, I'm hoping that it's a turning point for us in humanity where we can learn how to lead by love. I never understand how in this world we have war and we give so much money to war and killing each other. It's like, why can't we just have an agreement that we can live on this earth in peace? Like, that doesn't seem like that big of an ask. We all want that in our souls. We all want that. And yet, why can we not make it happen? The darkness overtakes us. Greed and power and corruption, they're all just hand in hand, and there's so much of it here because of our capitalist system. I really think it is because of that. You know, Capitalism leads to major wealth inequality. It requires that we mistreat workers and pay them as meagerly as possible to maximize profits. You know, we Capitalism means we hold capital as the most important thing, like wealth, that we allow that to lead the show and make decisions, right? Where the decisions are, the goal is to make more money. And so of course that means cutting corners and paying people less and giving them fewer benefits and keeping them on their toes and making sure that they know that they're disposable, and then the money funnels to the top people who traded their humanity for the almighty dollar. And war is the biggest thing that makes the most money. We've got these corporations that are just investing in war, building machines, building an economy based on producing things to keep war going because it makes a lot of money. No, no, we're not doing that anymore, people. No, you know, stop it. Like, I feel like we need the big mother to come out and be like, what are you kids doing? What is wrong with you? You know? Like, what are we doing here? You know? And like my kids at school, middle school kids, right, young teenagers, they make fun of me because I talk about world peace, and I talk about that as a goal that we should all hold. And they make fun of me and say it's impossible. Like, what? Look around, look at this world. They don't believe in that kind of possibility. And I think we need to hold it as a possibility, as something that we're working towards. There's no reason why we should be killing each other and fighting with each other. There's no reason. We have enough resources on this earth to share. We have enough people who, have enough skills and expertise and passion to do the jobs. If we all worked in the ways that we are able to, and then got our needs met. You know what they call that? Communism. We all work as we are able and we have our needs met. Imagine that. Socialism, where instead of capitalism, we're allowing capital to be the goal and the thing that we aim for, our North Star. We have socialism, communism, community and society at the heart of it. We build what we need instead of a whole bunch of junk, like the plastic crap that I just bought for my son and spent a whole bunch of money on. That's what I try to do in my classroom, is just welcome them every single day with love and hold space for them to be as they are, while they're in their adolescence, and everything is changing every day and they're trying on new ways of being, and I just give them space and hold them and hold boundaries with them and give them reflections so they can self-monitor and make choices that make sense for them. I give them freedom, I want them to know that they're free because we are, and the sooner we know that, the sooner we take accountability for ourselves and the decisions that we make, instead of feeling like somebody's always telling us what to do, which is a lot of what public school is about, I have to say, and any kind of graded system where you're punished and rewarded based on your performance on a certain task that's laid out by somebody else, Jump this high, do it this way, with this much style, and I'll tell you how well you did. And then we line kids up on the best to the worst, and the kids who feel like they're the worst feel like they have nothing to give to the world, which is horrible and untrue. And the kids at the front, like me when I was growing up, feel like, oh, I am good at this. And so I can't try anything that's actually hard because I cannot show any weakness. I have to maintain the illusion that I am the best. So I won't take real chances on things. I'll just do easy things all the time. And I won't push myself beyond that A limit. I will learn how to just reach the bar that is set out by the teacher. It's a shame, And that's why I work in a school that is not graded. I refuse to grade kids. I refuse. I've seen how it goes, I went through public school myself. And so I have the experience of being graded as well as being in a graded system, having to grade kids and seeing them freak out and develop complexes and so much stress and depression, disappointment, feeling like, their self-esteem just tanks because if they can't perform to that level, that, that they can't jump that high because they're meant to be doing this other thing, but we decide that's not valuable for school. It's like, what is happening? Anyway, is that enough of a rant and enough of a little bit of knitting for today? Probably. Hope you all are well and dealing with things as they come. I love you, sending love to you wherever you are, like for real. Can we learn how to love each other yet? Let's do it. And it really does start with turning to ourselves and loving all the parts of ourselves so that we're not fighting internally and then having it project outward, and then we end up in wars. Ugh, okay. All right. Take good care. Love you. Bye.